Hey guys, how's it going? Are you guys hanging in there during all this? Are you going crazy yet? I know I'm trying not to. So I decided I would shoot a vlog. I haven't shot a vlog actually for a while for you guys, and this particular vlog is going to be showcasing some of the displays that I have hanging actually around my house. I have a lot of people ask questions about the best ways to display their heirlooms, their family photos, or anything around the house to just showcase the things that they have collected about their family. And I'm actually a part of this genealogy Facebook group called Genealogy Addicts Anonymous. And then we have other little subgroups, sister groups underneath them. And one of them has to do with arts and crafts. The best ways to display your family heirlooms, craft certain things to show your family, such as scrapbooks or frames, collages, anything of that. That's where I see a lot of the questions for sure. So there's been a discussion about this for a long time about all this. And so much so that I'm actually starting a new series, which I've actually already put out a video for. You may have seen it already. It's Craft Time with Auntie Jen. And the focus of that particular series is going to be about crafting things to involving family history, whether it be photos, like I said, collages, displaying certain things up on the walls, sharing things with your family. Sometimes what is the best way to get your family interested in your history and the research that you're doing is to showcase it around your house and just let them stumble across it and say, you know, I don't remember that photo, or hey, where did you get this? It's always the best way to get stories. Trust me, I know from experience. So I decided for this one, I'm going to show you what I have around my house that I have displayed for family history. It's all circled around, you know, my research and my family. So I'm going to show you 4 different displays in my house that is all about family history or the research that I have done. And I have them up to showcase certain subjects, I guess you could say, when it comes to my family. And it also has inspired a lot of discussion with my family as well. So I look forward to showing you these 4 displays that are around my house. So let's get started. Now the first wall I'm going to show you in my house is actually in my kitchen/dining room. Now I know you've seen this wall behind me before because I usually film my Auntie Jen's 2 cents while sitting at my dining room table with this wall behind me here. So I thought I'd give you a little bit more of a closer look to the things that are behind me and why I have chosen to specifically display the items that are there. So let me show you. So if there was one thing in my family that was, I guess, a common theme for get-togethers, it was food. Food was always a big thing with my family, and even to this day, my dad still, you know, every time we come over, oh, let's have something to eat, let's have some lunch, let's have some dinner, let's have a snack. So this wall here is basically dedicated to all the gatherings that we've had during my life and even before my life in my family that revolve around food. So this beautiful sign here was given to me by a good friend of mine. She knew that I was decorating this wall and I loved this saying, so she had this sign specifically made for me, and it's the center focal point for this whole wall. So we'll start at this end down here, and if you look at all these frames that I have, majority of these are just cheap frames that I found in places like the Dollar Tree or Ross's or Big Lots. You know, anytime I find a frame that I just love that's going to fit with what I'm doing, I pick it up. So that's what I've done. I've collected these frames over a course of a couple of months. And so we'll start here. These photos here are from my Fuchs family, and my papa and grandma are over here and in the center one here. And this is one of the Fuchs Thanksgivings that I attended when I was younger. I'm actually back there. So moving up, we've got this one up here. This one is my Wheeler and Ilg families. That's my grandma, who is stuffing the bird, and over here is a gathering with my grandpa, my Uncle Jerry, and Aunt Ruth and Thomasine and my cousin Brian. And up above is another gathering at my grandma's house in the basement. We had so many good memories of gatherings down in their basement. And then this one over here that's in black and white, I love this photo because it is them just all sitting around eating these huge chicken legs. And oh my gosh, I just love this photo. And that's my great-grandpa Ilg and great-grandma Ilg. But I don't know who the rest of everyone is in that picture. But I just love that photo. So that's why I included it. Those are the older photos that I have in this collection. The rest of the photos that are here are more recent photos within the past, I want to say 15 years or so. Gatherings we've had together here, here at this house, at restaurants, other houses, other locations, but just the great memories that we've had through the years. That's when we went to Vegas and celebrated my best friend's parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and they're like a second family to me, and my best friend's like a sister to me, so I was blessed to be able to go and celebrate them with them at Vegas. And another gathering we've had here. This one here, I love this photo. It's of my daughter, and she's helping me bake. And it's just, she's getting used to textures and everything. That's why she's got that look on her face like, really? You really want me to do this, Mom? But what's special is this recipe here is my grandma Ruth Wheeler's handwriting. And it was her recipe for gooey butter cake. And I plan on making this at some point, but I haven't made it yet. But I decided to display that recipe card up on the wall with this photo. So, and then we've got some other photos from other gatherings with other family. And some other things that are also special on this wall. This is a butter dish that belonged to my grandma Fuchs. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to meet her before she passed, so I'm blessed to have what I do have. And you'll see that there are two Fitz bottles. There's this one, and then over here, there's another one. My husband and I, when we had our 10th wedding anniversary, we shared bottles of Fitz root beer, which is local to here in St. Louis. So I've kept those bottles, and I display flowers from the season up here. And back over here. This was in my mom's collection. It's an old French fry maker. You take it and you take a potato and you can make French fries with it. And this here, these are salt and pepper shakers. This is just one of many that my husband's grandma Swope collected. And she had so many, that she'd collected through the years. Unfortunately, those were all sold or given away. We were blessed to at least have one to keep. So that belonged to Grandma Swope. But yeah, so this is my kitchen and dining room gallery wall. And as you can see, you just grab whatever works that you would like to display and really just make it your own. Make it what represents your family. I made that sign up top that says kitchen gatherings because I wanted something that really represented what was being said here. It's, good food, good friends, good time. And, like I said before, majority of our great memories are surrounded by food and gatherings that we've had. So I really wanted to share that and have that on display. So this is just one way that you can display family photos in your house. I'm going to show you some more here. Now this next one that I want to show you is actually in my entryway of our house. When we bought this house in 2017, I was so excited to be able to decorate just the walls and hang pictures and everything. And we were looking around Bed Bath & Beyond, and I came across this beautiful tree display that's right behind me, right here in my entryway here. I came across this, and I just fell in love with it, and I knew this is exactly where I wanted it to go. And so my husband got it for me as a present, as a housewarming gift. So I was so excited to have that. And it was not easy to hang because it's pretty high up in the entryway, but it's there and it's not coming down. So let me show you a little bit more of the photos. Now the photos that I have up here, we'll start all the way over on this side here. That is my husband's grandma Lily and grandma Joseph, and they are holding their first son, Keith, which is my father's uncle. And then next to that is my dad's family. My dad is in the back right there. And that's all of his brothers and sisters. They were together for Easter. And I love that photo. It is such a cute photo. And then down here is my Strawhun family, Grandma and Grandpa Strawhun, and 4 of their children, including my grandma. It's great-grandma and great-grandpa Strawhun. Let me be clear on that. That's my great-grandparents, and my grandma Strawhun is also in that photo. This one is one of my favorite photos in my collection. It is a 5-generation photograph that I found in my grandma's stuff. It goes all the way back to my 3rd great-grandma, Grandma Helfrich, who's sitting in the chair. And then we've got Oma in the center, who's her daughter. Honey over on the right-hand side. And then my grandma, and then my Uncle Jerry is being held by Grandma Helfrich. Above that is Grandma and Grandpa McGrew, my husband's family. That's his great-grandparents. Above that is Grandma and Grandpa Swope, his great-grandparents on his Swope side. This here is just a beautiful photo. It is the Rickards family that is taken in the 1920s in Centralia, Illinois. This photo was given to me by our relative Bob Richardson, and it's got Sarah Rickards in the center and then her children and grandchildren all around them. Below that is my Fuchs family, my great-grandpa Fuchs and my great-grandma Fuchs, and my pawpaw is the little boy at the bottom down there, and all of their siblings. And then last but not least, Grandma and Grandpa Swope, my husband's grandma and grandpa on their wedding day. So these are photos specifically that I chose to go into this. And like I said, it was perfect for an entryway. So if you have a huge wall of a blank space, or even somewhere that, is tall, I recommend getting something like this. You might be able to find it still on Amazon or even something similar. So that's another display that I have in my house. So let me show you some more. This one right here is actually one I'm going to be featuring in my new series, Craft Time with Auntie Jen. I'm going to show you how I did all of this. Now this is a tree that I've had now for a couple of years. I originally got it when we lived in our apartment, and I had no way of hanging all the photos that I wanted to hang in an apartment. You know how it is if you have an apartment. You're very limited on what you can do. So I saw this tree in a drugstore, and I had this vision instantly. And so I worked on it for a couple of months, and this is what I came up with. So let me show you a little bit closer. I have this hanging in my stairwell right now, so I'm trying to film this without falling. But this is the tree here. This is the center of the tree, and on this side is my family, and on this side over here is my husband's family. And each one, they're individual little charms, as you see, with individual photos of my family in them that all go along my line, all the way from the earliest here with my mom and my dad, and then around them is the family as it spreads out. And the same with my husband's family over here. We've got his mom and dad, and then all their family that spreads out from over there. So this is another way that you can display photos for people to look at as they come into your house. But I will go into more depth in this one in, like I said, my new series, Craft Time with Auntie Jen. So you'll have to tune into that. Now let's move on. Now this room is by far my most favorite room that I have decorated. It's my laundry room. And you're probably thinking, what? It's your favorite? Yes, because of the story that is behind it and because of how I decorated it and everything. So I'll first start with showing you the sign that I made. This laundry room is inspired by White Line Laundry Company that was in St. Louis. And the reason that my laundry room is dedicated to that is because that is where my grandma and my grandpa Wheeler met and fell in love. They both worked there. So what a better way to remember and memorialize the family by dedicating the laundry room to this. I'll wait till you see what I've got inside here. But first let me show you the sign. I picked up an old sign from the Goodwill and decided to just paint it up myself, so I just distressed it and painted it, and then I traced lettering on here first and then painted it very delicately in here. Now, all the information on the sign is correct. This is the date that they were established in. That is how much it was for a load. That is their old address and phone number and where they were located. I looked up this information so I could put it on this sign. And wait till you see what I've got inside. So let's go. It's still kind of a work in progress. I still need to hang some shelves up behind the washer and dryer, but let me show you what I've got here. I've got 2 washboards here. One of them that I purchased, which is the one on top to add to this room. But what's real special is this little washboard. This belonged to my old neighbor, Mary Ellen, who was like another grandma to us. And when she passed away, before she passed away, she told me I could have this. And so when she passed away, I was able to put this in my laundry room. So I'm glad to have at least a little something. But let's move over here. These are original photos from the White Line Laundry Company and old newspaper articles and advertisements from the White Line Laundry Company. I went online and found them, and as you see, I wrote where I got it from, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and the date that this issue was, and the same with this one. This is an old business card, and this is an actual ad for White Line Laundry that was in the newspaper. So I decided to hang those up in here. Now you see these here. These are duplicates of matchbooks from White Line Laundry, and they're duplicates for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to display the front and the back of them, and 2, I wanted to keep the originals safe. And I've got 2 of them. I got this one over here and this one right here, and I found these on eBay. I'll go into in-depth detail about that a little bit later, but yes, I found these originals on, well, I found the originals on eBay, and I put copies of them up here so they could be displayed. This here I am most proud of finding. I found it also on eBay. It is one of those old cash and carry coins from White Line Laundry here in St. Louis. But what really made this special, you see the year on it, 1945? That is the year that my grandparents got married. Yeah, I totally fell in love with that and knew I had to get it. So I got it, and I told my husband, I don't care what you say, I'm getting this. So it is on display here in my laundry room to memorialize them. And this here was given to me by my best friend and sister, Sarah. It is an old postcard from White Line Laundry. And she got that on eBay for me so I could display it. Now, other things that I have are just things that I picked up from antique stores. I got old soaps, old clothespins. I picked that up at an antique mall. And, you know, other things that I was able to incorporate in here. I got some of this stuff, too, from antique stores, an old wash bin, P&G, soap, original, an old iron. And these 2 things up here are old advertisements for Kenmore washing machines. And that's actually what I have is a Kenmore, so I had to put them up here. And this one here is for Sears and Roebuck for Tide. So I just printed out some old, you know, articles to put up in this laundry room. And that is something that you can do as well. Now this here is really special. That is a photo of my grandma and grandpa Wheeler. And of course I had to put them in here because this room is dedicated to them. And these are also some more things I got from the antique store, some old soap for washing clothes and some other things to display. So yeah, I've just been placing some things in here to give it an old-time feel. Like I said, I'm not done yet. I've still got some more things that I need to do in here, but that's the gist of my room. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the displays that I have around my house. And you know, I would love to see what you guys have displayed around your house. What is focused on your research and your family history? What are some things that you have made to display these things? I would love for you to share them with me. Either write them out in the comments below, or you can find me on any one of my social media platforms, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Share these photos with me. I would love to see what all these ideas that you guys have come up with as well. And of course, if you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments, And I hope you will come back more often. I'm going to try to start creating more videos since we're all still kind of quarantined. I know some of the restrictions are being lifted in some areas, but I'm still staying home for safety reasons, for personal reasons as well. So I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and we're all going to get through this together. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and tell me you like it. And if you have any other ideas for videos, leave those in the description. And if you haven't yet, you have to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss any of the new videos that I'm going to be putting out with, especially the new series Craft Time with Auntie Jen, and another new series I'm going to be working on, which I'm not telling you about that yet. You're going to have to come back later on. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. So we will see you later. Bye.